So, the Game Awards was kind of disappointing this year. It finished about 7 hours ago. It started at 2 AM in the UK, so I went to bed straight after, okay? I was going to stream it, but it was too late. I have people in my house, so I'm not going to wake them up with me screaming about Blade, okay? Overall, it was very tone deaf. Now, I know what you think. Oh, another guy complaining. Oh, yeah, I get it. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people complaining about the Game Awards just for some clicks. But I think some of the hate it's going to get is fair criticism. Fair criticism, absolutely. So the Game Awards is actually a 3-hour show. It was like 3 hours and 40 minutes, something like that in total. The actual show itself is like 3 hours on the dot, okay? But out of 3 hours, there is about 16, maybe 20 minutes that is actually dedicated to awarding developers for their games. So 2 hours and 40 minutes of this show is literally one long advertisement, okay? It's really odd. It's really odd. Now, there were some really cool winners. You know, there was some surprises as well. I was surprised Cyberpunk actually won ongoing game. Did it deserve it? That's debatable. I'm not going to say if it did or not. I personally really liked it. It's one of the only games on that list that I actually played. What CD Projekt Red have done with Cyberpunk is pretty impressive, so I was happy to see it get an award. And the biggest surprise for me, like every time I see it, Alan Wake 2, like their whole performance during the game of the right before the Game of the Year award for best direction. That I love it. I don't understand what Alan Wake 2 is. I don't know, but I will play it eventually. I'm very much looking forward to it when I can afford it, because I ain't paying 70 quid. Games are too expensive. But yeah, Alan Wake 2 looks cool. But honestly, there's not much to talk about when it comes to the awards. Everyone that won was kind of, predictable. Everyone predicted who was going to win it. The only surprise for me was best performance. I expected Yuri to take it because Yuri's awesome, but that's just me. I like Yuri. You know, he voiced one of my favorite anime characters, Sasuke Uchiha. Okay, I'm just saying. And he also does a great job as Spider-Man and Peter Parker. But you know, it was a tough year. It was a tough year based on all the performances that got nominated. So hey, it is what it is. But outside of that, like I said, there really were no surprises. You just sat there and you was like, yep, this is going to win. Oh, it won. What a surprise. Which is just a little bit annoying, because the Game Awards 2023 is less about the games of 2023 and more about the games coming out in 2024 or 2025. It's just one long ad, and it's just really tone deaf, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not going to sit here and complain about games being announced or developers getting like a big moment on the big show to advertise their game. It just doesn't make any sense to have 2 hours and 40 minutes of it and then only 20 minutes of the actual awards. It's called the Game Awards, man. I don't get it. Now, I understand why Jeff is leaning more towards this, because every year when the Game Awards comes out, you see all the people complaining that there weren't enough announcements, there weren't enough surprises, world premieres, you know, gameplay, etc, etc. But at the end of the day, it's not E3. E3's dead. It's Summer's Game Fest. That is the new E3. It sucks, but that is the new E3. And if anything, this is more evidence that people want another E3. They want E3 to come back. They want a big moment halfway through the year to advertise games coming out next year, and then leave the Game Awards to do their thing. You know what I mean? Award the developers. That's what they're there for. You nominated them. They've gone all that way. But a lot of them aren't from America. They come down to America for the Game Awards. They win, and then they get about 30 seconds of speech. You know what I mean? It's such a weird decision to do, especially when you've got celebrities coming in like Anthony Mackie, who wants his Keanu Reeves moment, where he talks to the crowd for about 5 minutes, even though it's not crowd work. You're not a comedian, mate. You're here to do an award. Just announce the award. That's what you got to do. And when the developers finally get the award, they get about 30 seconds of speech time. Like, I'm not saying we need 8-minute speeches, but my God, you know, they've made the effort to come down. At least give them like over 30 seconds to, you know, make a speech. You know, thank out all their developers that probably got laid off and it wasn't their choice. You know what I mean? It's such a tone deaf, like an award ceremony. It's just so odd. It's just so odd. Even the Oscars aren't this bad. Oscars, yeah, they have a lot of ads, but at least they get to the point fairly quickly. Whereas the Game Awards, we had about like 20 minutes of like non-stop game ads. It was really weird. Now, there were some really cool announcements. I'm not going to make it all negative. After all, you know, you only get one Game Awards every year, so let's keep it positive. A ton of the announcements were actually really interesting. It was the best part of the show. I hate to say that because, well, I don't have a choice because the developers didn't get a chance to make any speeches. So, hey, it is what it is. But there are some really interesting announcements today. Well, yesterday. The biggest one for me was Blade. For multiple reasons. One, Arcane did not have a good year. Okay, Arcane did not have a good year at all. Redfall was absolutely terrible. I just thought it was funny because I was streaming Dishonored yesterday, yesterday, and then Blade gets announced with Arcane. It was kind of mad. I was like, yeah, come on. I still support Arcane. Redfall was absolutely terrible. It was awful. It was one of the worst games that I've ever played, okay? That's just a fact. It was not good. It was a complete mess. It didn't make any sense. It just kind of, it exists, and it doesn't need to exist, you know what I mean? So, to see Marvel come in and just say, hey, by the way, do you want to make a Blade game? Which is a third-person action game? What? Hey man, we make first-person shooters, like, and stealth games and action-adventure games. Nah. You're gonna be making Blade. You don't have a choice. And now they're making Blade, and I'm actually quite looking forward to it, okay? Because the art style looks pretty cool. I love the design of Blade. It's like his outfit. You only get a sneak, like a glimpse of it, but I think his outfit is sick. I love his outfit. But, yeah, that was easily the most interesting announcement for me. What I wasn't happy about was Titanfall 3. Where is it? I know it exists. I know it's somewhere locked up. Where the hell is Titanfall 3? Jeff even teased it. Jeff even teased Titanfall 3. He just said Titanfall. He said it really fucking weirdly. And nothing.
Call of Duty and global GM for Star Wars Jedi, Battlefield, Titanfall, and
Nothing. It was cool to see Monster Hunter, the new Monster Hunter game get announced. I admit, I've never played Monster Hunter. Never played it. It looks cool. But, you know, I was kind of bummed out that it wasn't Titanfall 3, but hey, it is what it is. The most intriguing announcement for me was Hello Games. I didn't expect them to make a new game, to be honest with you. With No Man's Sky getting as much support as it is, and still is, if you don't know the story of No Man's Sky, like the story of its development, its advertising, its process, its ongoing elements, yeah, it's a great story. Let's just say that. So I didn't expect them to make a new game for a while, because the DLC they're adding into No Man's Sky is kind of insane compared to other games. But they just come out and they just announced a new game. Hello Games, I think, made the best space exploration game you can play today. Will it ever be topped? Who knows, but No Man's Sky is definitely one of the better space exploration games out there today, and I recommend everyone play it. That new game looks really interesting. Now, it's only an announcement, we don't really know what it's about too much. It's set on one planet, I think, one Earth, and it's multiplayer, and I think everyone's going to be on it at the same time. I was half asleep when watching this, so, you know, it is what it is, but it looks sick. It looks sick, and I just hope that he delivers at launch rather than delivering 3 years later, you know what I mean? So come on, man, come on. Hello Games, I know you can do it. You're capable. Get it done. Show everyone that you can win a Game of the Year award, okay? Just go do it. Go do it. That's Jack from the future, by the way. I'm just watching Asmongold's reaction to the Game Awards, and I forgot about Hellblade. Hellblade 2 looks fucking phenomenal, okay? It looks fucking phenomenal. That's all I'll say. Xbox finally has their, like, cinematic game. I know some people don't like the cinematic games. I get it. But I do. I like my cinematic games as well. I can enjoy everything. I can enjoy all of it. I can enjoy open world cinematic, etc. It's like, everyone should be able to do that, I think. But hey, if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But I think it looks sick. I think it looks great. It looks fucking brilliant. Yeah, okay, bye. And yeah, it was no surprise Baldur's Gate 3 sweep the awards. It was so obvious that it was going to win. Alan Wake 2 gave it a little bit of a push for Game of the Year, but I didn't think Alan Wake 2 was going to take it. Baldur's Gate 3 just made such a massive impact. And that's the one thing I've noticed about the Game Awards, man. The more impact you make, the more likely you're going to win. Okay, that's just what it is. But overall, as cool as the announcements was, as cool as seeing the new Dragon Ball game, the new Budokai Tenkaichi game get announced, as cool as all that was, it just didn't deliver, really, for the developers themselves, especially after this really long, probably, honestly, horrible year for them. The amount of people that got laid off this year, I think it's like about 10,000 developers got laid off this year alone. So to see the developers and, you know, the directors get snubbed off stage after 30 seconds was pretty tone deaf and kind of just a really stupid decision, honestly. I mean, the show's already 3 hours long, but it wouldn't be 3 hours long if you didn't advertise every game under the sun, Jeff. Okay, so next year, cut the ads down. I know you need to make money, but it gets to a point, man. Just get on with it. People don't have 3 hours to watch a bunch of ads. They'll just do it later. That's what I wish I did. So the one thing I want you guys to take away from this is that I'm going to play Alan Wake 2. I've got to play it. That performance was fucking awesome. But yeah, overall, the Game Awards was pretty disappointing for the developers, but the announcements were cool. That's about it. What do you guys think, though? Were you happy with the nominations? Were you happy with the actual winners? Were you happy with the announcements? Were you happy with the way the Game Awards was done? Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to stick with the Sticky Man. I really appreciate that. And yeah, go check out some of my other videos, particularly the Halo one. Please, I beg. Anyway, yeah, I'll be streaming later today, I think. Or afterwards, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, cheerio. Thanks. Bye.